first time I touched a real knot, my hand felt dirty after. Like the cash had posted it, like every bill came wrapped in disaster. Rubber bands lit the stack, sweat still warm from the run. Whole room went quiet when I set it on the table in front of my mother and son. Rent past due, lights blinking, fridge empty as a threat. So tell me what a conscience worth when your people ain't ate yet. Inside a grave starts talking sweet. Now with evil in his mouth for relief and something to eat. I bought groceries with death and watched the bags fill up eggs, bread, milk, meat, all paid for with a hard turn numb. Mama stood at the stove longer than she had to that night, like she knew something dark and finally brought us light. And that's the sickness nobody mentions in their songs. How the money hit like mercy even when it come from wrong. How a starving house don't ask where the blessing been. It just thanks God the cupboards ain't skeleton. This money smell like church flowers and gun smoke, like black ties in summer and bad news, clearing throats. I fed the house, but every meal had a ghost at the plate. That's the kind of hunger that don't disappear, it mutates. Funeral money, folded thick in my palm, looked like safety from a distance, felt like carrying harm. I make my people breathe, but the air came cursed. Every dollar did some healing while it made me worse. I bought my mother a couch, and she cried at the seam. Ran her hand on the fabric like comfort was something she only seen in dreams. That broke me in half in a white, but it's never could, because I knew exactly what paid for this little piece of good. See, when you come from a place where the floors stay cold and pride get pawned before the children even know, you stop talking about right like it's simple and clean. When hunger got your whole bloodline leaning on a dream. Everybody loved me when the bills got paid, when the eviction stayed quiet and the landlord behaved, when my little sister got shoes that fit both feet, when my mama stopped pretending water was enough to eat. That's the trap inside the trap, the part that stain the soul. You become the answer while you dig in the deeper hole. The people call you solid, call you real, call you man, but nobody asks what dies in you to make that happen. This money smell like church flowers and gun smoke. No black ties in summer and bad news cleaning throats. I fed the house, but every meal had to go to the plate. That's the kind of hunger that don't disappear, it mutates. Funerals with money, folded thick in my palm. Looked like safety from a distance, felt like carrying harm. I make my people breathe, but the air came cursed. Every dollar did some healing while it made me worse. I hit stacks and shoe boxes under shirts I never wore. Every night counting futures on a splendid bedroom floor. Thinking money must be power if it shut pain up the storm. Not knowing pain just learns patience, then it comes back strong. I started sleeping lighter, hearing footsteps in the rain. Checking blinds every hour like paranoia was my name. You can buy food with dirty cash, maybe even buy time, but you can't lie back the part of you that know you crossed the line. I seen men treat money like a baptism in the ground. Niggas zipped in the bags while the same bills got passed around. That's why I never loved it, I feared it and used it, like holding the live wire and pretending I could choose. When people think greed drove it, now greed come later. At first it's just the son trying to become a provider, trying to make his mother's face look less tired in the kitchen, like trying to kill a helpless feeling that been choking him all his life. One night I counted 20 grand and looked in the mirror bed, then see a king or a hustle, just a boy with a dead stare. That was the first time I understood what the game really buy. Not cars, not chains, not status, just slower ways to die. Because much of people depend on much of darkness bring. You start confused from being needed with being everything. And that kind of love turn poisonous quick. Soon as you can't pay it, remember exactly who you is. This money smell like church flowers and gun smoke, like black ties in summer and bad news clearing throats. I fed the house, but every meal had a dose at the plate. That's the kind of hunger that don't disappear, mutates. Funeral money, folded thick in my palm. Look like safety from a distance, felt like carrying harm. I made my people breathe, but the air came cursed. Every dollar did some healing while it made me worse. So this ain't no anthem, this a confession and rhyme. For every kid who ever thought survival made this survive. For every mother who blessed who she knew came out the pain. For every house that got saved while somebody else got